Anita from Coast of Maine Organic Soils, and we're here today in New Hampshire with Sarah from Benson Garden Center. And Sarah and I were walking around the garden center, and we both share a love for geraniums, the old-fashioned schoolhouse geraniums. So I mentioned to Sarah that I fill my southern exposure window with geraniums, and they bloom all winter long. I love to get green pots, put the geranium in a green pot, and have that red and green effect. Then Sarah was walking by her fertilizers, and she said, "Oh, it's that rose and flower food. It's the best." So Sarah, tell us why you got so excited about geraniums and the rose and flower food.
So I use this rose and flower food at home, and we've actually used it in our nursery too. And most nurseries use a lot of water soluble fertilizer, but we use this as well because it's not super strong, but it's got a really high phosphorus count in comparison to the other elements in the fertilizer.
Which one is the phosphorus?
The phosphorus is the second number. It's the number 10, and you can see the first number is a 5, and that's your nitrogen.
Okay.
So the phosphorus is a higher number than the nitrogen. So that means that when you're fertilizing the plant, you're asking the plant to flower more.
Oh, that's great.
And you're not just, a lot of fertilizers out there have a lot of nitrogen in them, which is great when you want to turn the plant green and give it lush leaf growing abilities, but not so great when you want it to flower.
Okay.
So for annuals and things like that in your perennial gardens at home, I use this all over my perennial garden.
Oh, you do? So do you put it directly on top of the soil? Do you mix it in? How do you?
So what I do is actually in my garden at home, I use the Coast of Maine dark bark mulch and dark harbor. And what I do is I will push that away from the base of the plant, keep that away from the base of the plant, and I will sprinkle this on and recover that area. And I try not to get it too close to the base of the plant anyway, so I always have that base to work with, and I put this down, just sprinkle it down.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Do you water it in, or do you?
Yes, yep, I can water it in, but if I have the bark mulch over it, if I, want to wait a few hours or whatever, it works. Yeah, it works just fine. And around my lamppost, we were talking about, Anita and I, the geraniums, and I love geraniums, and I love them around lampposts.
They're beautiful. They're classic.
Yeah,
they're old-fashioned.
Exactly.
Yep.
And so I plant them around the lamppost, and to keep them blooming all summer, I put this on about once a month during the summer. So for the 4 or 5 months we've got here that these guys are in, I plant them, and mine are still absolutely gorgeous now. I haven't even redone, sometimes in the past I've taken them out and put mums in. I haven't even bothered because they're so gorgeous. There's no reason. So try using this in your garden all over the place and where you want things to look great, and you will not be sorry. This stuff is fabulous.